you can create your very own isometric view type of typography. It's really simple to do, and let's see how that's done. The first thing we're going to do is to open a new document. So you're free to choose any size of document you want, but for this video I will be using this custom size document, which I've added the width and the height to be 1000 by 1000 pixels, and I will also rename my document to be 3D effect lettering, and click on create. So before I start, I would also like to make sure that I'm in the right color mode. So to do that, we go to File and Document Color, and come down here to the Document Color code. So it's most likely that by default it will already be in the same YK color range, but we don't want that. We want it in the RGB color range. The reason I'm doing that is because this effect, this 3D isometric view, will only work with the RGB color mode. It's not going to show that smooth, it's not going to work that well with the other same YK range. Right? That's why it's important to change it to RGB. Okay. So first, I'll be adding the background color. So by default, when you open your document, you open this layer 1 comes up. So you double click on this and change the layer name to background. So I'll be giving a really bright color to the background. I'll be using the color yellow. So I'll go back to the rectangle tool. Do not really require the stroke. I just need the fill, right? So from this drag down box, yellow, and I'll just touch, click on my document and make sure that the values is the same size as my document. So it's 1000 by 1000 pixels, and I click on OK. And what I'll do is just drag this and fit it inside my document like that, and go ahead and block my background layer. So I've done this because when I am making this 3D isometric type of view, I accidentally do not mess around with the background and I do not delete it. So just to play safe, lock your background color. So it's up to you. If you want to add the background color, that's okay. And if you do not want to add a background color, that's completely fine as well. Okay. And we'll go ahead and create a new layer. And I'll rename this layer to text. Okay. So I'll activate my text layer, go over here to the type tool, and just click on my document again. By default, the fill of my text is going to be black. We'll stick to that for now. I literally just type in the word type. Select my font, like the text. I first change the font. So by default it's Myriad Pro, but we'll choose this Arial. I will go ahead and make it bold and change the font size as well from 12 to 200 points, like that. Okay, so this is done, and I'll now change the fill of this word. So from this drop down box, I'll be choosing a grey color like this, so that when I make the isometric view, I can see the shaded parts as well. With black, you won't be able to see it that much. Right? Then we go over here to this effect panel. But first make sure that your text is chosen. You go to Effect, 3D, and Extrude and Bevel. So if you click on this preview, you can see that it gets into a 3D mode. But I'll be now changing the position as well. So from this position preset, drop down box, I'll be using this isometric top option and clicking on OK. The next thing we want to do is customize it, add the stroke, color, etc. Right? So to do that, we first have to expand the appearance of this text. To do that, we'll go to Object and Expand Appearance. I'm doing this because expanding the appearance of your text converts it into a vector file. Okay. So now that's still selected. I'll right click on this and click on Ungroup. Right click on this again and again for the second time click on Ungroup. I've done this twice so that each part, as you can see, gets deselected and then it's easily editable. Right, so you can just go ahead and make this bigger like this, little bit more like so. You see all these curves right here, right? So we want to merge them together so that it becomes easier for us to add color or edit this further. So once all this is selected, we'll go to the Pathfinder tool and click on Unite. So by uniting, this converts into one singular shape like that. Similarly, we'll just make sure that there are no other curves. There. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add different colors. So first I'll choose just this top layer of the text by clicking on Shift and selecting all of this, and from this drop down box you can choose any color you like, or probably even add a gradient if you want to, like this. Similarly, let's go ahead and keep adding different colors. You can add a gradient if you want to, or just probably stick to any of these solid colors. So for now, let's just add another gradient. Actually, it'll look really good. Okay. So let's change the gradient. I'll be using green and pink. Change the opacity a little. Your style. So let's just add a solid color over here. Let's just add blue and also just change the transparency. So it's 100%. Let's bring it down to 30%. Or no, 50%. Yeah. We're almost done. Let's just keep adding some more colors. So probably want to add a solid color, or probably this kind of effects which is already there, like that. So it's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty neat. Right? Oh no, wait. I'll select the top portion again and I'll add one of the preloaded patterns from here. Yeah, now it looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and I'll just add a color like that. Add a gradient. Okay. Now I actually see two different things over here. So I'll select these two. Nope. Okay, go back to the Pathfinder tool and unite like that. So yeah. So it looks pretty cool. So you can go ahead and also add in as many gradients as you want, play around with the opacity, and also if you like, you can also add one of the preloaded textures from the fill palette as well. So once that's done, we'll go ahead and also save our file. To do that, we'll go to save as and let the file name be the way it is, or probably just change it back to isometric view. Isometric view typography. Yeah, I let the save as type be Adobe Illustrator and click on save and OK. So the reason why I've also saved it as an Adobe Illustrator file is that because in case if I want to make any further changes, I can easily access my AI file and make the necessary changes and again save it in the same format. So that's it. We've come to the end of our video. I hope you found this tutorial to be useful, and with more practice you can actually play around with different words, different colors,